Warren Buffett just revealed Bitcoin facts. Bitcoin has steadily been gaining acceptance from the traditional finance and investment world in recent years, but Warren Buffett is sticking to his skeptical stance on the cryptocurrency. He said at the Berkshire Hathaway annual shareholders meeting Saturday that it's not a productive asset and it doesn't produce anything tangible. Despite a shift in public perception about Bitcoin, Buffett still wouldn't buy it. But why is that? Hello guys and welcome to Bitcoin Breaking News. Today I'll share with you what Warren Buffett said about Bitcoin. Whether it goes up or down in the next year or 5 or 10 years, I don't know. But the one thing I'm pretty sure of is that it doesn't produce anything, Buffett said. It's got a magic to it, and people have attached magic to lots of things. Even Bitcoin enthusiasts tend to regard the cryptocurrency as a passive asset that investors buy and hold and hope to see an increase in price over a long period. Buffett himself commented that there's nobody that's short Bitcoin. Everyone is a long-term holder. For more sophisticated crypto investors, some coins offer a way for them to use their crypto productively, either through lending or as collateral to create additional portfolio benefits. However, they're still young, highly speculative, and haven't broken into the mainstream like Bitcoin. Buffett elaborated on why he doesn't see value in Bitcoin, comparing it to things that generate other types of value. If you said, for a 1% interest in all the farmland in the United States, pay our group $25 billion, I'll write you a check this afternoon, Buffett said. For $25 billion, I now own 1% of the farmland. If you offer me 1% of all the apartment houses in the country and you want another $25 billion, I'll write you a check. It's very simple. Now, if you told me you own all of the Bitcoin in the world and you offered it to me for $25, I wouldn't take it because what would I do with it? I'd have to sell it back to you one way or another. It isn't going to do anything. The apartments are going to produce rent and the farms are going to produce food. Investors for years have been puzzled over how to value Bitcoin, in part because of its potential to serve different functions. In Western markets, it's been established as an investment asset, particularly in the past year as rates and inflation have been on the rise. In other markets, people still see enormous potential for its use as digital cash. Assets to have value have to deliver something to somebody, and there's only one currency that's accepted. You can come up with all kinds of things, we can put up Berkshire coins, but in the end, this is money, he said, holding up a $20 bill. And there's no reason in the world why the United States government is going to let Berkshire money replace theirs. Both Buffett and Charlie Munger have made hostile comments toward Bitcoin in the past. Most famously, Buffett said Bitcoin is probably rat poison squared. Munger doubled down on that sentiment. In my life, I try and avoid things that are stupid and evil and make me look bad in comparison to somebody else, and Bitcoin does all three. He continued, in the first place, it's stupid because it's still likely to go to zero. It's evil because it undermines the Federal Reserve System. And third, it makes us look foolish compared to the communist leader in China. He was smart enough to ban Bitcoin in China. Buffett took some pot shots at Wall Street, saying they make a lot more money when people are gambling than when they are investing. He said the fact that his company acquired 14% of Occidental Petroleum in just 2 weeks shows that overwhelmingly large companies in America, they became poker chips of cryptocurrencies, he said. Whether it goes up or down in the next year or 5 or 10 years, I don't know, but the one thing I'm pretty sure of is it doesn't produce anything. The question of succession at Berkshire Hathaway is a big one because of the age of Buffett and Munger, but neither said anything about retiring. Before the meeting, Berkshire said its net profit plunged by 53% in the first quarter due to a drop in the paper value of its investments. Berkshire listed net profits of $5.5 billion, down sharply from $11.7 billion of the year earlier period. Operating profits of companies owned by the conglomerate, ranging from insurance companies to energy providers and even frozen desserts, remained essentially unchanged at $7.04 billion. A drop in profits from insurance companies was compensated by profits from rail lines, energy firms, manufacturing, services and retail sales, said a statement from Berkshire Hathaway. But the value of its investments, which can be volatile from one quarter to the next, plunged amid the year's market weakness, leading to a paper loss of $1.58 billion. Buffett regularly advises his shareholders to ignore quarterly fluctuations, whether positive or negative. The value of Berkshire shares themselves has held up well, rising 7% since the beginning of the year, while the S&P 500 index, representing the 500 biggest Wall Street traded firms, lost more than 13%. Bitcoin is hard to avoid. Berkshire Hathaway invests in several different financial institutions. These include American Express, Bank of America, BNY Mellon, and Wells Fargo. As institutional cryptocurrency adoption increases, these institutions are looking at how to best engage with digital assets. Here are some examples. Last year, Bank of America began research coverage of digital assets, saying these assets are too large to ignore. BNY Mellon is building the industry's first multi-asset digital platform. Wells Fargo started offering crypto exposure to certain clients last year. It's almost impossible to hold shares in financial companies without getting a tiny bit of exposure to crypto. Indeed, other companies in Berkshire Hathaway's portfolio, such as Apple and Amazon, are also evaluating the pros and cons of cryptocurrencies, and others, such as Coca-Cola, have gotten on the NFT bandwagon. A high-profile figure who compares cryptocurrency with rat poison is almost certain to face a little ribbing if they later invest in a company with crypto connections, even more so when their associate says he wishes the whole industry had never been invented. However, Buffett probably continues to think Bitcoin has no intrinsic value. This may come as a disappointment to crypto investors hoping another billionaire investor will do a U-turn on Bitcoin. But it's okay. Cryptocurrency investing isn't right for everybody. It's a highly volatile asset, and there are a lot of unknowns about how this industry will evolve. What matters is to understand Buffett's caution and make your own decisions based on your financial situation. Change of heart? Fast forward May 13th, Nubank, one of the world's largest digital banking platforms backed by, surprise, the Oracle of Omaha himself, Mr. Buffett, has launched cryptocurrency trading. Beginning with Bitcoin and Ether, the bank claimed that its 54 million users may purchase, hold, and trade digital assets from the same app without having to register new accounts or transfer funds. Currently, Nubank is accessible in Colombia, Brazil, and Mexico. In addition, they've begun offering the cryptocurrency trading service in Brazil. Users can begin Bitcoin and Ethereum trading for as little as $0.2, and since no new accounts are required, the barrier to entry for Bitcoin and other related tokens is further lowered. It's anticipated that by the end of July 2022, all Brazilian users would have complete access to cryptocurrencies via Nubank. In addition to offering more crypto alternatives in the future, they intend to educate customers on crypto through a variety of sites. Nubank is a so-called neobank, a type of lender that works outside the standard banking system's regulations. NewInvest, the investing division of the crypto-friendly digital bank, allows users to invest in a Bitcoin exchange-traded fund or ETF, giving them access to a financial sector that Berkshire's leaders have showed little interest in. According to various resources, cryptocurrency infrastructure provider Paxos will supply the essential trading and custody services for Nubank's offering. That's all for today, guys. Kindly like and leave a comment in the comment section if you have any questions. Turn on the notification bell for quick and important cryptocurrency updates such as this.